Happy Saturday, my fellow strangers! This is Mrs. Strange, and on tonight's episode of Stranger Universe, we can finally talk about the release dates for Stranger Things 5 now that they've been officially announced. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Turn on your notifications to never miss another episode again. Follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with Mrs. Strange and the Stranger Universe family every day. And now, let us begin. The wait is over, my fellow strangers. At long last, we have the teaser trailer and release dates for Stranger Things Season 5. Due to the overload of information, we will divide all of these up into separate videos. This video will just focus on the release dates themselves, so stay tuned for the rest. But right off the bat, the big reveal is that there are 3 parts. Volume 1 is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving on November 26th. Volume 2 is on Christmas, and then the series finale will be dropped on New Year's Eve. All 3 volumes have their own schedules, all of which will be quite late at night for us here on the East Coast. A very interesting release date strategy. For some people in other countries, Volume 3 is indeed in 2026, so those rumors from this past week were real, except that Season 5 is not premiering in October. Volume 1 releasing the day before Thanksgiving makes a lot of sense if you've been following our videos for a while. This date was always expected to be legit, not only because of Netflix's API servers leaking it by accident in January, but going as far back as last year, when set photos revealed that Thanksgiving was going to be the background holiday of Stranger Things 5. Throughout the show's history, previous seasons were scheduled to premiere around their respective background holidays, such as Season 2 coming on Halloween and Season 3 on July 4th. In the case of Season 4, production delays likely pushed it beyond an initial Easter release to match the spring break setting, but it's still released on lengthy holiday weekends for Memorial Day and the 4th of July in 2022. Thanksgiving just so happens to be the last major holiday that the show hasn't covered in its story. It also gives Season 5 its own unique identity, while also sticking to the show's darker autumn vibes from the first 2 seasons. And with Volume 2 on Christmas, also makes me wonder if the final season will at some point reference the most iconic scene of the series, which is the scene where Joyce Byers tries to communicate with her son Will through the use of Christmas lights and the alphabet wall, only to find the Demogorgon. Since Stranger Things 5 is confirmed to have so many callbacks to Season 1, I'm pretty sure we will see a recreation or homage to this famous pop culture moment in television. And finally, we have the final episode the week later, on New Year's Eve. Only 1 week, so it's not going to be a long wait like some of us were getting worried after Netflix stretched Cobra Kai into 3 parts across 6 months for its final season. I find it extremely strange, no pun intended, that they're holding back the final episode until late at night for New Year's Eve. As mentioned before, other countries will see this episode early morning on New Year's Day 2026, so from a certain point of view, the show is ending next year. Kind of crazy when you look at it like that. It's even crazier that Netflix is so confident that people will sacrifice the holidays to see Stranger Things 5. Thanksgiving is time for family, and in addition to Stranger Things, there's also the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade and a few NFL games, as well as other holiday specials on that same day. There's also Black Friday, which is always a big obstacle in the middle of it all. Christmas and New Year's are bigger holidays, and unlike Thanksgiving, they are celebrated in every country around the world. Netflix is taking a big gamble and prioritizing Stranger Things on arguably the busiest times of the entire year, but I am here for it. I already know what I'll be doing in the last few hours of 2025. The last weekend of the year is going to be a busy one for us Stranger Things fans. It's going to be a very eventful weekend for all of us as we will be saying goodbye to our friends from the small town of Hawkins, Indiana. Get those boxes of tissues ready for the finale. Overall, very emotional times. And that is all that we have for today. Are you ready for one last adventure as Stranger Things Season 5 begins this fall? Today's special shout-out is for FitTrisha007. To get a chance at becoming our next special Stranger Universe shout-out, type it down in the comments section below. Turn on your notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode like this one. Join us on our episode premieres to interact with Mrs. Strange and other members of the Stranger Universe family. Thank you all for watching. I am Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe. Over and out.